Hey, what's up? Oculus Launchpad, week 5 blog. Pew, 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 pew. It's getting close to the end, but it's still fairly in the middle. But this week I'm going to be talking about our other project for a second. So I spent a good fair part of the week talking about the Unreal Engine, or like thinking about it and switching our project, our Alzheimer's real-time performance piece to that, just because of iKinema live action, and also just a lot of other assortment of factors, meaning like the facial capture, and they have better pipelines for real-time performances. And Unity doesn't really have the solvers or other things that Unreal has. Though that would be a tremendous undertaking since we're almost done with the Unity version of the Alzheimer's project. So there's a lot of thinking and posting and pondering that has been done with that. Besides that, I connected with a great artist named Christina Elizabeth, and she has some great art, and she also is really into and has done a lot of real-time performances pieces and virtual reality and immersion tech. She did a piece where she drew herself in virtual reality, and then she used the iPhone X to do performance in virtual reality, or to do an immersive media piece, which was incredible. And it was also really great to chat with somebody who was focusing on very similar things to what I've been doing the last couple of years, is real-time performances and using facial capture. And she talked about iKinema live action, which was really interesting, and I thought it might be a better solution, but she was very wary of saying to switch because we're using iKinema Oron for the other piece, and it's been what I could say is a little bit unreliable, but that's on the down low if you're not using a headset in your configuration of the Vive trackers. Besides that, we have been working on characters and having lots of meetings, as always. So a lot of refinement of making people have nails and making sure their hands can be rigged in certain ways, and also a lot of defining what we're going to be using to create our animations in such a short period of time. Because we have 15 animations for characters, and we want to make sure that they're done the best way we can. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using perception neuron with motion builder with faceware to create our animations and be able to block out things in a very fast and efficient manner. But besides that, I did a lot of research on the iPhone X, which I'll be talking about here.
Using ARKit's facial tracking software. I previously had talked about using this for our character development, and so this week I spent some time really going into it and actually getting it to work. I did that by using ARKit and using the facial examples, and so I first got the ARKit sloth example to work, and basically you need to turn on 2 ARKit settings to have the camera work for the facial examples. You have to search within Unity to get that actually to work. There's also a plugin with new games that allows you to record animations in real time. The only problem with this workflow is that you can record within the game engine, but it's hard to export. Maybe in Unreal it's a little bit easier, but in Unity, and because of the short timeline, we aren't going to be able to do that, which is unfortunate because I really want to use this workflow. But in the future, hopefully we'll be able to develop these tools and export them and then be able to modify them. Also, we are going to end up using Faceware because it has a plugin for Motion Builder that allows you to do real-time facial capture, and then people will also be able to edit that file as we put temporary assets in there. And this whole workflow is to make it easier for us to iterate and to make it do real-time performances in VR while we're testing it out. I will be showing the next games example here. Now it's connected, so you basically have to be very careful on how to use this because it's very finicky because it's an experimental plugin, obviously. But basically, as you can see in the right-hand corner, or left-hand corner, excuse me, there's a green thing that says connected. And basically what you need to do is you turn on the app, and then you press play within Unity, and then you go to the editor, and then you connect the two. And so then now what you're allowed to do, or you're able to do, using the 51 blend shapes, you can capture. So, hey, what's up, Bobby Lee? I don't know about that. So this might be a good way to get animation files into Unity. So I'm going to finish this file. So we're going to let it have a second, and then we're going to click send. So it's sending the file to Unity. So I haven't gotten this to work probably very well, but this is a good workaround and plugin, and obviously people are going to be coming out more of this. But like I said, because there's not a native way to animate this in Maya, at least yet, we're going to be using Faceware because it's tried and true. We can export to Maya and modify the facial animations after the fact instead of using something like lip sync. And what we're going to be using is Faceware Live, Probably won't be as accurate as if it was a regular faceware product, but because we don't have any money and we had previously bought it for our other project, we're going to use that with Motion Builder in real time so that we can get temporary assets and get as much animation we can in our actual prototype. So take it back past Lou or future Lou now.
Okay, so now we're back from that. I found that pipeline to be a little funky just because you really can't get the animations in Unity to be in Maya, which I already talked about. So that's why we're going to be using Faceware and using Motion Builder so that we can record the facial animations and then we can have artists go back and refine them. Even if it's just a temporary animation, just because we want to have as many articulated, fully realized animations in our experience, because it is narrative driven and a lot of it is going to be driven by that. Besides that, we've made a lot of pipeline decisions, like I said, with the Motion Builder and that sort of thing. We had several meetings about how we're going to go about the August 15th deadline and how we're going to scope everything we are making to that, and basically just doing an intro sequence with a lot of temporary assets. We're also have a couple drawings of a more realized environment. So here's that. And then besides that, we have a roughed out 3D version of that, and we're also modeling the father, which don't have any of that yet, but cannot wait to share that out. Just slowly working in incrementals because a lot of people were on vacation, and a lot of my week has been spent thinking about switching to Unreal for our other project and mainly organizing our current project and making sure that we're hitting certain deadlines. So for this week, there hasn't really much to show, and I'm really appreciative to be part of the program. I did book my ticket to Oculus 5, so if you are there, hit me up. I would love to chat about our projects or what you guys are working on. In general, that has been this week's Oculus 5 blog. We're going to be getting a new space soon, and we'll be able to do lots of more cool interviews and such with the team. I'm starting to think about sound as well, and also if we need to be gathering individuals to get that. Besides that, that's been the blog. Thank you very much. My name is Lou. Hit me up on the internet.